Hokies!
Final score this afternoon, 64-62. Virginia gets the win. Coach, where do you even begin with this one?
Heartbroken for the kids. It's probably the toughest loss that we've had since I've been here, and just for a magnitude of reasons. And obviously the game's within grasp, and you have it right there, and obviously it's against your rival. The fact that we came back, clawed back from a tremendous deficit, and I thought the kids deserved to get it. We just didn't come up with a couple plays on the stretch. We you take a 2-3 point lead, and we have the basketball, and I think we go 1 for 4 from the free throw line. We turn the basketball over twice, just trying to solidify the win. We come up short a couple times on the defensive end when we could have had a rebound. They got an offensive rebound, but you have to give Virginia credit. I thought they did a tremendous job for the first 30 minutes of the basketball game, and then they closed it out. And in between that time, we had some spurts, but it's hard. It's hard. I put the onus on myself. It was one of those games too that it was really hard for me because we're asking so many kids to step up and slide over a chair, and do something a little bit more than what they've been doing all year. And you and I kind of joke and talk about it a lot, where it's been a season of inventing ourselves and reinventing ourselves, and all of a sudden we're reinventing ourselves again. And you're going up against a trick defense that just really kind of throws you out of whack. And for a while there, I was just wondering, are we ever going to hit a 3 against that defense? And we finally broke through. Taylor had a tremendous second half, opened some things up for us, and we got going. But I think the hardest part is that we came up a little bit short when we had it. We didn't fight back and could never get over the hump. We got over the hump. We just couldn't, sustain it, and so it's hard. It's hard. These kids deserve it. They've worked their butts off the last couple of weeks. I really love, the fact that they're coming together and handling adversity. And this is probably one of those situations that's going to help us as we continue on as a program. But for the moment, it really hurts.
Yeah, no doubt. I want to get into a couple aspects of this game, but certainly want to highlight Taylor Emery right off the bat, because it's not a 21-point comeback if not for Taylor Emery in this game. She is a special player when she gets the confidence, when she demands the basketball, and she just goes, which she didn't necessarily do in the first half, but in the second half she said, "Give me the basketball," and she made it happen.
Well, and it's kind of one of the things that I really, I kind of got after her a little bit. She's like, they're denying me, and I'm like, and?
Yeah.
Everyone's going to deny you.
Yeah.
You're making a name for yourself in this league, that you're a tremendous scorer. All right, so you're going to have to combat that. You got to move a little bit harder, move a little bit quicker, get the basketball, let things slow down. And she really had it going for a while. I thought towards the end we had a couple of situations where I still wanted her to be aggressive. They crowded her.
Yeah.
They crowded her, and that's one of the aspects that she's learning. She's learning how to play. With that bullseye, with that target on her back, and she's got to be able to, continue to stay aggressive, even though they're doing certain things to her. But hats off to her. I mean, it's got to be one of the more electrifying second halves or half period game, if you want to go that far for any Hokie. I don't know what the record books say, but what she did today, especially in the second half, was tremendous.
Yeah, 32 points for Taylor Emery today. That tops her already impressive season high of 30 against Duke, and this place was as electric as I had seen it in quite some time. Again, the win, not getting it, is a big part of kind of the letdown that you feel. But let's go back to the first half, because it's hard to make comebacks. You don't want to make 21-point comebacks all the time. So what were some of the things, the hesitations, the almost that Virginia Tech really just didn't have in the first half?
Well, we were disjointed. We really were. You're playing against that extended zone. It's called the buzz defense, and they really throw you out. If you don't have a good ball handler, a good passer, it can really cause havoc on you, and it has since I've been here. It's really caused the havoc on us where we haven't been able to get clean looks like we wanted to, and today was no different. They kind of mixed it in on us. They didn't let us get comfortable with it. When we had any kind of moderate success against it, they went back to the man, then they came back to it. But it just really just took us out. And, for me, we were very stagnant. I saw that. But, I wish I could clone like a Reagan McGarity because there are certain times where, I just kept, conversating with my staff is, do we put Reagan at the top where she's a better passer, can see over top of it? Do we want to put her on the block because she's our best low post player? I just wanted to put her everywhere, and we didn't have that luxury. And then we couldn't make a three in the beginning, which allowed them to stay comfortable with it. But we were just stagnant. We were stagnant the whole time. Couldn't get anything going. And they really controlled the tempo. They did a fantastic job of controlling the tempo. They're a good basketball team. They're an NCAA basketball team.
Yes, they are.
They're big. They're strong. Where they hurt us, especially in the beginning of the game, they're just way more physical. Way more physical. And when it came down the stretch, Reagan's doing what she can do inside, but we really need a couple more players to step up and be strong, be powerful players down there. And we just need everyone else to step up. And if we can get that done, then we'll have a chance to win games like this.
Yep. All right. Still plenty of basketball left. You've got Wake Forest on Thursday, Clemson coming up on Sunday. As you try to move forward and past this one, what did you tell your team in the locker room afterward to keep them moving forward?
Well, I told them that I was proud of them. I was happy for them. I was disappointed that they didn't come away with the win because I felt like they deserved it. But we have to continue on. I like, even during the timeouts, every timeout, I just kept telling them, hey, look, we were down 20, whatever it was, and I'm like, look, this is still an opportunity for us to get better. We're reinventing ourselves. It's an opportunity for us to get better. Let's do that. Let's get better, get better. And lo and behold, I looked up and Taylor hits a three, and I'm like, man, it's 8. And here we go.
Happened fast.
Yeah, it happened really fast. Here we go. And but I think they just never gave up. And I told them there's no such thing as a 20-point play. You have to chip away at it, and you have to do it defensively. And I thought we got better defensively. And because of that, we gave ourselves a chance to win. And but we're going to have to continue to go on. And this one stings. It probably hurts the most of any loss I've ever had here. It really hurts because I felt like they deserve it, and they could win this game. And it just came up a little bit short. So it's going to be my job to get back, not only to learn this team a little bit better and what's good for us and where to put kids in what positions, but also have to pick up their psyche, pick up their confidence levels and make sure that we continue to go on, because we do, like you mentioned before, we have a lot of basketball left to play.
Yep.
And so I just felt like today, I felt like that I was painting by numbers. I didn't feel like, because we're asking kids, man, we're asking Rachel Camp to break the pressure, and that's not what she's used to. We're asking Reagan to do it from the top, and that's not what she's used to. And so I'm trying to put kids in different positions and say, hey, you go here, you go here. And you can imagine the timeouts. They're like, okay, well, once I go here, what do I do now? And it's because they're not playing their natural positions, and they're not doing things like that. So it's tough, but the fact that they continued on, they kept fighting. The crowd was great today, and I think they got a lot of enjoyment out of it. But still, we came up short, and our goal was to win basketball games like this.
All right, on to the next. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you very much, Andrew.
Final score this afternoon: Virginia wins by 2, 64-62.